Okay, guys, got the shock back, rear shock back on this 22 Xtrainer beta. Basically, the reinstall is pretty easy. You do have to do some shimmying around to get that thing in this tight compartment. I think previous owner or whatever cut part of that away. I might even cut a little bit more of that away, but you kind of gotta, jack it up so the wheel's off the ground so you have maximum distance to these linkages, because you got to get this bottom of the shock right here between these linkages, and it kind of hits that far linkage back there before it passes here. So you got to do a little playing around and shimmying in there. And so I greased these bolts with some, regular, it's actually bicycle grease, but whatever. Put some grease in there on the bottom, top. It's just 2 bolts, which is nice. No shims, no washers, no nothing. Just 2 bolts, and the nuts are fixed on the back side, so that makes it easy. So I had Hall's Cycle rebuild it. Jay helped me there to rebuild it. It was about $100 more than I thought it should be, but I was kind of quoted 2 months ago, and I was gonna. First they quoted me like $350. Then they kind of said, I don't know, they might have said $250, but I think I made a mistake and misunderstood them, because I was going to not do it with them because it was like $350, and then I must have forgot that conversation. I went back and I sent it to him anyway after my main guy, I guess, left Hall Cycle. His name was Jeff, and he went and worked directly for Beta. However, the moral of the story here was, I guess the Xtrainer, this silly shock, has a kind of silly expensive rebuild kit. It's like 160 some odd bucks. It's like double every other like shock that Beta has practically. I don't know if they're trying to make up for the low price on the Beta or something. But long story short, you got to do the whole nitrogen thing. I'll probably try to, save some money next time, but I definitely want it done right. So I don't know anything about how this rebuild will go, but I liked working with Jay. I feel it was worth it. Part of the expense was ensuring the package coming back with UPS and that stuff, and the silly expense on the rebuild kit. But basically, shimmy it in there, grease those bolts ahead of time. I cleaned things up a little bit more. And once I, had it jacked up all the way to get the top in, I was able to just kind of lower the lift a little bit to line this bottom hole up and slip that nut in, and then kind of shimmy it and get it to slip in, because obviously it binds if you don't kind of release the tension off it from either weight or lack thereof. So that being said, it is pretty serviceable. Very easily serviceable in terms of getting it in and out. Again, once you've probably done it once or twice, you'll see that just the shimmying, got to get the perfect little angles to get this thing past this, and etc. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys. Hit me up for any questions. Hall Cycles out of Illinois. I really like those people. They just are kind of down to earth people, and to me, it was worth the money, even if it was more than I thought. But I believe it was justified, because they're those kind of people. They just they seem very straightforward and honest. And working with Jay was really good. He helped me out in terms of shipping and stuff, because I was out of town and wanted it delivered at a later date. All right, I hope that helps you guys. Appreciate it. Likes and subscribes. Here is the Xtrainer rear shock rebuild, and I think I told you guys I got some other videos on the brand spanking new 2024 390 RS, which I'm just kind of doing some different things on. Talk to you guys later. Take care.